Hello fellow photographers, Dan here. I wanted to give you kind of an early look at the culling features in Lightpanel from ON1 Pro. So here we are, I'm inside of Lightroom, I've imported a wedding, and on the right hand side you'll see the Lightpanel UI. Two separate applications, but they work hand in hand, side by side with each other, so you don't have to go back and forth. One of the more time-consuming things that photographers have to do is go through the culling process, looking for photos that are blurry, looking for blinks, looking for the best photo within a similar series of photos, what we would call duplicates. That's something where Lightpanel can make it a lot faster for you. Here's how you do it. So on the culling tab inside of Lightpanel, I'm just going to hit the Analyze button. Before I do that, let me talk about two things first. One are the visual similarity and the time between photos options. These control how the different stacks of similar photos are created. So I tend to like a visual similarity of 1 and about a minute between photos, but you can adjust those defaults to fit your tastes just by clicking on Preferences. And within those preferences, you can also control how the metadata is set on the photos during the analysis process. So by default, if it detects eyes are closed, it's going to give it a 1 star and mark it with a red color label. If it's a blurry photo, it's going to give it a 2 star in yellow, duplicates 3 star purple, selects. Those are any of the photos that are unique and don't have blinks or closed eyes, that gets 4 stars in green. But you can set these preferences to your taste to match whatever your workflow is currently. So let's say you use the flags rather than stars, or you don't use color labels, you can tune these to your own tastes. All right, when I'm ready, I'm just going to hit the Analyze button. Now this is going to take a couple minutes for it to analyze all of those photos, build the similarity matrices, and apply them and add them to your photo. When it's done, you'll see it has 845 selects. Those are those unique photos that aren't blurry or have eyes closed, and there's 255 duplicate photos. Those duplicate photos are the ones that we want to go through next, and I'll show you how to cull. Now the version we're using today is an early version. It doesn't actually show you the blur or the closed eyes options yet. Those will be additional buttons right here and here. So you'll be able to go through and look at those and pick out the ones you want to keep. But let's go through the duplicate workflow. So once this is done, I just simply click on duplicates. You'll notice how there are 96 sets of duplicate photos, and there's a previous and a next button at the top. And all I do now is just click on the previous or next button to go through a duplicate series of photos. Now over here in Lightroom, you'll see the two photos that are similar to each other. And I can choose which one I like, or if I like both or I like none. And I just use the normal keyboard shortcut commands to change the metadata to move it up or down within my rankings. So let's say that I don't really like the one on the left. I'm going to leave it as a 3 as a duplicate, but the one on the right I actually like better. I want to keep that, make it a select. I'm just going to hit the 4 button on my keyboard to change it to a select. So now it gets 4 stars and it'll appear within my selects filter. Then all I do is I just hit the next button to go to the next set of duplicate photos. You can see in this set we have 4 photos that all look similar to each other, but the face is fairly small. That's why we give you a magnified version, a 100% view of the face on the selected photo. And I can make this a little bit bigger by going to the 1 column view. And as I click on photo to photo, it'll give me that magnified version of each face to let me judge which one or ones I want to keep. So I think in this case, I definitely want to keep the smile. So I'll give that one a 4 star. And I kind of like the first one that's a little more pensive. We'll keep that one as well. All right, next button, move on to our next set of similar photos. Now this one has quite a few guys in it, so I'm going to go from single column to 2 column view. That way I can see all the faces at once. Now if any of these were blurry, I would see a blurry photo warning, but they all appear to be sharp. So I'm really just focusing on the expressions that I like the best. I think the second one works pretty well. Let's take a look at that one. Our groom looks good, everybody else's eyes are open and look sharp. So I'm going to give that one a 4 star. That's one I want to keep. And let's see if there's an alternate in here that we like. Actually, this last one's kind of a different look. They're all kind of looking off into space. Let's keep that one as well. Let's take a look at one more duplicate group. Again, here we have 3 pretty similar photos. The one with the smile, I definitely want to keep that one. We'll make it a 4. And I kind of like the first one where he's looking down as well. We'll make that a 4. I like both of these photos, so we'll keep those. You can easily bounce between photos looking at the faces to figure out which one has the best expression or the sharpest look. I like the smiles on these guys, so we'll use that one. All right, there you go. I've shown you how you can use Lightpanel to analyze your photos, to look for blinks and blurry photos, as well as find duplicate and similar series of photos, group them together, and then easily navigate from group to group using the metadata controls you're used to using in Lightroom already to pick your favorites within each group. This is going to make your culling process so much faster. Thanks for watching.